Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is T, Legend of T, Tierra Dirt. This here means dirt in Spanish, and today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. So this is gonna be a video about controller versus keyboard and mouse. And I'd played for controller for about a week, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed it. But so like before, I've been on keyboard and mouse for about a year now. I started on keyboard and mouse. It was a little bit after Cold War actually came out. So the reason why I personally went to keyboard and mouse is because I wanted to keep grinding the game. You know what I mean? I wanted something to keep the passion there and just like try something new as well. I think it's really important to try something new and to spark up the interest of, you know, whatever your hobby is, and just something different, something new, because I feel like if you implement something new, you're gonna want to keep getting better, and you want to keep playing, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't know which one I like better, to be honest. Obviously, you know, controller has legal aimbot, you know, it's fun to use. It's a lot of fun. The movements, I don't know about there's just so much that goes into like both inputs. It's actually crazy. So to start the video, we're gonna actually talk about controller. So I don't have a scuffed controller yet. Maybe I'll get one in the future. I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest in getting one, because those are really pricey. And again, I mainly play on keyboard and mouse. So this is just a regular PS5 controller that I recently bought about a month ago, and I like it. It's really smooth. It's slick. It's you know, I've always been a fan of PlayStation controllers way more than Xbox. I know a lot of people are gonna come at me for that, but I really don't give a damn. So first things first, I'm gonna cover about when it comes to control. So I personally think movement on controller is way more simpler and not as complex as keyboard and mouse, obviously, because you're using only your thumbs to control the movement and not your whole arm and like your whole, you know, other hand using, you know, having control like forward, back, slide, or the strafe and stuff like that, also the jump and everything like that. So it's definitely a lot simpler and not as complex as keyboard and mouse. Also, another reason for that is because of aim assist, especially when it comes to close range gunfights. I forgot how strong aim assist was until I played controller for a week. And there's this clip of me going around a corner, somebody like running past me. My aim assist damn near did a whole 180, and I was flabbergasted. Like, there was absolutely no, like, I did not realize how strong aim assist was.
I don't even know what this was. It was about you now, sugar babes.
You been talking about the aim assist there? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? But also, there are definitely times where aim assist does break, and it's kind of like shitty, and then you kind of just lose the gunfight, and it is what it is. You respawn and you just keep go along your freaking matches. But that's probably like the only thing that's probably like the most annoying thing when it comes to controller, is that aim assist does break. I can definitely see why aim assist is quote unquote needed, because there's definitely a big difference aiming with your mouse and also your arm rather than also aiming with your thumbs. Because when you're aiming with your thumbs, you don't essentially have the best control when it comes to, especially for long range fights, you definitely don't have the best control. Hence why aim assist is there to assist gunfights. Obviously, it's in the name. And then for keyboard and mouse, you have your whole arm to assist you and also to control the recoil a lot better than on a controller and using only your thumbs. So obviously, I don't have a scuff controller like I said earlier, and obviously, as you can see, one of the biggest things, or one of my biggest disadvantages was when it came to like certain gunfights, is that I had a hard time jumping, and my bunny is at my feet and she's thumping. What do you want? Obviously, with a scuff controller, you have paddles on the back where you're able to just only use, or your hand's already on the back of your controller, and you're able to just press down, and you're able to jump in like slide cancel and everything like that, especially a lot easier. Rather than if you don't have a scuff controller, you're obviously at a disadvantage, because you have to take your thumb off the analog stick to be able to jump and dodge bullets, A, B, C, and D, have better movement and all that fun stuff. So that's definitely one thing that really sucks about not having a scuff controller, is that you are disadvantaged with some gunfights. Another thing when it comes to movement, it's something I've definitely realized, that strafing is so much easier to do on controller than it is on keyboard and mouse. your thumbs are already, like, I know your fingers are already on WASD and everything like that, but just having your thumbs here and just be able to do this rather than when you're on your keyboard and mouse and like having to do this, it's just easier. I don't know if it's just me and how my brain works and how it operates when it comes to correlation with just working keyboard and mouse, or that's just the mechanics and just makes it easier for controller. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on it. But I definitely think controller definitely wins for movement, in my opinion. But one thing I will say that's probably another annoying thing when it comes to having a controller. I don't remember correctly, because I had a scuff controller at one point, but I don't remember if I made one of the paddles like be reload or like to pick up like a certain weapon or anything like that. But there are times where I try to like reload my weapon using square, and there'd be other weapons on the ground, and I would like go and try to pick it up, and it's just like, and then I freaking die because I had the wrong gun or pick up the wrong gun, like literally mid-fight or something like that when I try to reload my weapon. Because obviously you pick up something, you also use square as well. Rather than keyboard and mouse, you have two different keybinds when it comes to picking up something and also reloading. Picking up something is F, and then also reloading is obviously R. So that's definitely another perk when it comes to keyboard and mouse, is that you can have as many keybinds as you want, so you can memorize which does what, so you're not having the same button that does the same button that does two different things. So that's definitely one thing I would definitely give credit to when it comes to keyboard and mouse. Pretty much like in this clip right here, had two down, there was a third person, and I got fucked up because I picked up a weapon instead of reloading my weapon. And maybe it was the settings I had. If I remember correctly, I had contextual tap, I believe. I don't remember what setting it was correctly, but I'll have like a screenshot of what settings I do have somewhere on the screen. Maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe you guys could, you know, in the comments below, tell me which settings are better. That'd be greatly appreciated if you guys can actually do that for me, please and thank you. I also do feel like I guess this is another key point when it comes to controller or movement on controller, is that I feel like you're able to escape gunfights way more easier than on keyboard and mouse. Maybe I'm not the best, you know, keyboard player. I don't know what it is, but there would just be times where I just feel like I cannot escape certain gunfights when I'm on keyboard and mouse. But when I was on controller, it was just so much smoother than it was on keyboard and mouse. I don't know what it was. It's just smoother. And also, again, like Call of Duty is pretty much meant. I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of people mad when I say this, but Call of Duty is a controller-based game at the end of the day, you know, so everything's gonna probably feel a lot smoother on controller than keyboard and mouse. All right, so this portion of the video is gonna be more about like keyboard and mouse, and just talking about, you know, pretty much perks, cons, everything in between, you know. So like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, I've been on keyboard and mouse for over a year now. I surprise a lot of people when I tell them I've only been on keyboard and mouse for only a year, because apparently this shit takes years to master, and like a lot of people have been saying like I pretty much already mastered it already, and even though I feel like I haven't, I feel like I'm definitely not the best keyboard and mouse player. Like, a lot of people say like, yeah, like for me to get to your level, it took me like a way longer and everything like that. But at the same time, there's aim trainer. You know, what I do also is just practice on bots on Call of Duty as well in private matches. There's Kovacs, aim labs. There's so many different like aim trainers that you can use to also improve your aim tracking, you know, snapshot, whatever it is that you want to do to improve. And I've enjoyed my journey with keyboard and mouse altogether, though. I will say mastering keyboard and mouse is definitely such a satisfying moment in realizing that you're getting better at it. Is probably the best feeling to ever have. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a lot of fun to learn. It can get really complicated, but at the same time it's very rewarding. So when it comes also to keyboard and mouse, hand correlation is probably the biggest thing that I think that people mess up on, is that they're so used to having just one thing, being like, you know, having two hands on one thing rather than having one hand on a mouse and your other hand on a keyboard. So it's kind of like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. See, I never thought I could do that. That's kind of wild. So damn, like, okay. I really did not realize I could do that. Holy shit. That's actually kind of funny, but essentially that's kind of what it is. Because you have one hand focusing on, you know, moving around, you're aiming, you know, also shooting at the same time, and also just, you know, knowing like how far to flick, how, you know, how far not to flick, A, B, C, and D in that general area. And also you have your other hand that's focused on, you know, strafing, also moving back and forth, focusing on your lethals, your tacticals, reloading, picking weapons up, your mini map, slide canceling, jumping. But I personally think it may be just because I don't have a scuff controller, but I personally think it's a lot easier because I use I don't want to do this. Okay. As you can probably tell, maybe in the clips, I don't know, maybe you can't. I think my camera kind of cut off, but on keyboard and mouse, I use the slide cancel. For me, I use control and also spacebar. My hand is already, or my thumb's already on the spacebar to jump, and also my pinky is already on control, so it makes it way more easier for me to slide cancel than honestly on controller. It's all there, my hand's all spaced out and everything perfectly, and it's just all in one piece, if that makes sense. Something I've definitely noticed when as a keyboard and mouse player going up against a controller player, that shit is actually hit and miss, because controller, you got aim assist, so you're guaranteed to hit all your shots most of the time. With keyboard and mouse, if you miss like maybe like 1 or 2 shots, you're done for. You're done in the dirt, 6 feet below, disintegrated. You're gonna lose that gunfight because of legal aimbot. So I mean, you gotta, when you're in a gunfight, you gotta be sure that you're on point with your aim and headshots, whatever. You gotta make sure that shit is pristine. Precision, baby. Precision, pristine. Yes. So another thing I also did notice is that the close range fights is pretty different from controller than it is with keyboard and mouse. I don't know how to exactly word it, but I'm guessing it's just going to be the same old aim assist that they have, where they definitely have a better advantage of hitting all their shots because of aim assist, you know, because there definitely be times where I'm coming around a corner, homie with a controller coming around a corner as well, pretty much already tracking me with his aim assist, getting the first bullet off. So I'm kind of done for there as it is. Also with keyboard and mouse movement, it can be tricky as well, especially when you don't have enough mouse pad. If you don't have enough mouse pad, you're automatically at a disadvantage. You're gonna lose that gunfight, unfortunately. And then there'll be times where somehow my mouse is all the way like right here, and I somehow still win that gunfight, and I amaze myself every time on how the hell I win those gunfights anyway. But it definitely can be a disadvantage, even though I do have a very big mouse pad. Shout out to Activision, by the way, for sending me this. It still can, you kind of just don't realize where your hand is, and you don't realize how much room you actually have sometimes. So it's kind of iffy there too. But if you don't have enough mouse pad or enough room for your mouse, you're gonna be at a disadvantage, unfortunately. I absolutely love being on keyboard and mouse though. Like I said before, it's rewarding. I personally think it's fun, especially trying something new, and just being able to snap on people is absolutely just the most satisfying thing it's the most satisfying thing. Like I'm feeling these clips right here. And I will say, being able to also have that, I guess you could say skill, or maybe that advantage, is that controller, you're not really able to snap on people as effectively, because also your sensitivity does play a factor in it. Like me, I think I play on 6.6, 7.7. I don't remember what sensitivity I play on. I'll probably show it right here again. I don't remember what I play on, but I definitely have noticed that I can't necessarily snap on people as much as I want to effectively than on keyboard and mouse. But those are pretty much all my key points, the disadvantages, the advantages when it comes to keyboard and mouse, and also controller. I personally like both inputs. You know, there'll be times where I do miss playing on controller just because of how much smoother it is, and certain aspects of it is a little bit easier than keyboard and mouse. But then there is also times where I absolutely love playing on keyboard and mouse because how satisfying it is just be able to snap on people like freaking crazy. Like I just love it. I know like some people say that playing or like sniping on controller is easier, and it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely easier. It's actually kind of insane how much easier it is to snipe on a controller. But regardless, I think keyboard and mouse still has my heart fortunately, I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but fortunately, I absolutely love keyboard and mouse, me personally. But if you guys are looking to try something new, maybe to spark up your passion, I definitely recommend trying out keyboard and mouse. You know, play around with it, see if it's something that you might actually like. You know, that's something I would suggest to anybody that wants to keep the passion going, and also to spark up the interest again of playing any type of video game. So that's pretty much all I think all I have to cover about the two. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, also subscribe too as well, please. It's free. The next few videos are going to be pretty much me playing on controller as well. So if you do want to see that content, make sure to turn on that notification bell. It's very important, very, very important. And also to follow my social medias. I go live on Twitch damn near every day too. But hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.